Hello. Okay, I have been not playing the Bloodline for a hot minute now, and I'm still not going to play it for a hot minute because there are some issues with the way that the new system is functioning with skill trees and leveling up. And I've gotten to holiday stuff, and I've been playing through it, and a lot of the builds that I wanted to test out or get to a specifically very strong level. It's either a slog or literally impossible. Like certain skill trees, let's go to the skill trees now. Uh, this character, of course, I've been all over the place, but certain ones are really easy to level up, like one-handeds and daggers, because you hit often and you're able to level them up properly. Staves, right now, it's impossible to level up. You can't level up the EXP on melee, and then you can't level it up from actually casting any of your spells, like Thunderstaff or anything. The build that I have right now, which I think is one of the strongest ones in the game that I'd really love to showcase, but is literally impossible to get, is a Pyromancy and Staff playthrough, or build, and you just can't do it right now. So, Pyromancy is king at the moment. I could have sworn they're going to do a hotfix any day, they're going to do a hotfix any day, they're going to fix the broken ones. They haven't done it in a long time. They still haven't fixed the broken skill trees. And the dev, Shieldbearer dev, Milo, he's been very good developing all this stuff solo. He has a little bit of a support team, not official, not proper staff, just volunteer on it. You can see all this on the official, the Bloodline Discord server. But, wow, I'm shocked that these things haven't been fixed yet, like in a hotfix. It's like staves, that doesn't work properly. Like, it's so easy to level up things like unarmed and such. Flintlock weaponry, like, this works fine. This is still absolutely incredibly powerful. Like, the Iron Blender pistol is still just, like, each shot of that deals 100 and, was it 100 damage, or how much damage does this do? Yeah, 100, right? Yeah. So, it's just absolutely obscene, and in the skill trees, let's actually go back here. It's really easy to just go focus shot and then level all that up. This shouldn't be here. This is bugged. It's a mana fire. This is an arrow thing. Obviously shouldn't be here. He said he's going to rework the skill tree anyway. I think it's already very, very powerful, and it's fine. Like, once you level this up, you're probably going to go up here, and all of this is just, it's really meh. But probably just get over powder or blast bullet. And then once you get all the way up to level 5, you're just going to get rid of those, and you're going to go for your Suppressor Fire and Slime Glob. Sleep Dart is just less interesting and less effective than Slime Glob. There's just a certain point where control, especially single target control, just falls off. And it only falls off once your damage gets so ridiculously high that you're just dropping shit instantly, and that's exactly what the Iron Blender pistol does in close range or the mid-range, especially in conjunction with some AoE control, which Slime Glob does, and you unlock this way earlier than this, so that's perfectly fine. Just go Slime Glob, Suppressive Fire, Instant Reload, Focus Shot so that you can hit snipes even with the Iron Blender pistol, and even get some control with the knockdown if you aim it just right or time it just right. Like, that's already fantastic. That's always going to be good. That's going to be what you're going to want arranged in addition to all of this stuff. But honestly, it just functions so well on its own, this build. We're going to go to Pyromancy. This is going to be what everybody's going to be investing in right now. It's just so incredibly easy. You can rune read at the initial library, literally the second room that you go to in the game, and just instantly grind out a couple of levels. Don't forget to level up, or else your level up stats will get overwritten. You won't be able to access them if you gain 2 levels without previously actually hitting which stats, health, stamina, mana you want to increase. It's painful in that regard, so just level up each time you level up, and then save the skills for when you actually get down. Well, level 3, Molten Missile is so good at the time. Like, the mortar, the AoE aspect does full damage. It doesn't do like split damage for the AoE. It's full damage on the AoE, which is just amazing. Got good cooldown, very fast, very good. Blazing Trail is fantastic. I'm going to talk more about this in a little bit when I actually get into the proper build, but you want to really grind out the Pyromancy level 5, which is going to be a royal pain in the ass because it's going to take a while of just rune reading to do that. But Once you are successful, man, Mini Meteorite is absolutely amazing. Volcanic Trap is incredible. Kindle Burst, I just kind of have. But Solar Blast, I don't even have. I'm not even there on this build. When I had the previous skill trees where you could just unlock it once you have the next skill point, because that's the way the skill tree worked. I'm not even there yet on this build, and I've been using Pyromancy, because Mini Meteorite is just that good. So previously you could just do anything as long as you were getting the EXP from completing the minigame of crafting or mining, chopping trees. You were getting EXP even from fishing, all this stuff. You would be able to go to the next skill tree once you leveled up and just like click the next thing and unlock it. But now you have to specifically grind out this stuff, and not only is certain things bugged, like blood magic is bugged, druidic is bugged. Druidic also levels up with something else and not itself. So if you level up like unarmed, you'll also level up druidic, I think, or something ridiculous like that, which is good because the synergy between unarmed and druidic is good. But it's weird because somebody said in the Bloodline Discord that they spent like 3 hours spamming Peck, the initial terrible druidic spell, just to try to level it up and just weren't able to. Like none of the staffs work to get EXP. It's a real damn shame. But yeah, let's actually show off this build a little bit more. Your core to this build is going to be Mini Meteorite. This is absolutely ridiculously strong. You're just going to have this as your number 1 in your primary hotbar. It is an AoE that's really fast, and it does amazing damage. Look at that. That's really nice. Let's actually go to the overworld, and I want to show you guys exactly where you want to use this from. And, well, the answer is literally anywhere. But, let's go to the Kenmore Flatlands. Sometimes you'll want to click because the shift click isn't working until your character starts moving. A little bit of a bug there, but shift click and then camp. Here we are. This one has a guaranteed campsite, which is great. So you see this deer? Literally just focus on it. Boom, 200 in AoE, and it'll just recover so quickly. Like, hang on, where's this deer? Boom, done. Super smooth. The AoE is really big. Bam, done. Done. Let's actually get the Winter's Whisper up, because Winter's Whisper boosts mana regen, and that's the reason why I have it. I did previously have the hand soul staff, or you can just use any soul staff. It functions the same for some reason. But Winter's Whisper, the mana regen is just so good on it. I also have on my character's gear, of course, Iron Blunder Pistol. Just that's going to be the melee stuff. Azure Amulet to boost my mana regen even more. And then I have kind of medium-ish armor. Bearskin Hat, you get that in Elder Glen. Infantry Officer's Cuirass, or Cuirass as it's called. You get this in Elder Glen as well. You have to go to the Fletcher to get the Bearskin Hat. You have to go to the Smithy Guy to get the Cuirass, Smithy Guy to get the Standard Pauldrons. You got to go to Velocia to get the Velocian Arm Guards, of course, and Arima. Honestly, there's another skirt that has the same armor. I forget exactly where you get it, but it's literally just the same armor but red, and that's more thematic for the Pyro build that I'm running. So that one, honestly, I recommend more. I just forget exactly what it is. Spring Hill boots. You got to get Engineering 4 to get this, and at this point you want your leather boots. You get your leather boots at the half elven lady in Elder Glen, and then you're able to just synth up your Spring Hill boots at the at any engineering table. If you craft, I think it's like small gyroscopic stabilizers and stuff like that, it's really easy to get your levels up. If you hit regular attacks, stabs are actually awful. You're not going to be doing melee with them. You're just going to be casting staff spells and regular magic. But what you can do is hold block and then hit left. Oh, no. We're just charging with block. Charge. We're going to charge it. And then you hit right click and it heals basically. There's a cooldown on it. But yeah, the increased mana regen is really what's going to be good for. The healing is just an added bonus, because if you go to the sort of tavern in Elderglen, you can buy just a ton of pies, apple pies, or cherry pie. No, cherry pie's at your own bakery. Apple pies, it's so good, and you can buy so much, and gold is not an issue. Like, I have so much gold. I can sell all this stuff for so much gold. I honestly should. But, yeah, definitely go out and, like, at Gearbeards at Elderglen, just buy a bunch of good mats, like, mine up a bunch of good stuff, copper and iron specifically, smelt it into ingots, and then level up your engineering, because Spring Hill Boots, it's just so good. It's such a good get-out-of-jail-free card. Whee! It's incredible. So that's going to be amazing. You're going to be grappling less. Of course, your grapple is fantastic. The flintlock mod for the grapple is really bad right now. The damage is so low. It's just worse than actually just using this. Now, let's check out one thing here. The mount. In the, I forget, Wolfed Over Timberland, there's a shack. It's like an abandoned witch's shack, and you can get the broomstick here. It's just absolutely incredible. It's free, it's super cheesy, and magic, it's just so easy to just drop on people. Now, the bears are bugged so that they multiply, which is very funny, honestly. So we got 2 bears for the price of 1 there. But we're just cheesing these bears for free now. Not even a problem. And I'm not even gonna, use the other abilities at the moment. I want to showcase them first. Wonderful. But yeah, this, I mean, it's not going to be able to be used in a lot of areas, even though it looks like it should be. Just the dev doing an arbitrary balancing metric. I don't know why it has to be arbitrary, but it is. It just says, you couldn't find a safe place to put it up. And it's like, that's bullshit. That's not true. There's no shot. But yeah, here we are. We're up in the air. Everything's free. Everything's super cheesy. Everything's incredible. But let's go to the other abilities in Pyro, because I talked about all the gear. We got all the gear. Oh shit. I'm getting tagged by a goblin? Yeah? Where's the goblin? Oh, you're over here? Where is it? There are backpack goblin guys. There you are. Ah. I want to actually ping this guy with the ability. There we go. So you can focus these guys with the mini meteor. Just hit on them with the reticle, and it's totally fine. I'm absolutely choking right now because I haven't played in forever. Boom. Again, I'm not worried about it because I have good armor. There's another one. Bam. Because my level's so high, I got good HP. I'm also in a relatively advanced zone. There's another one. He should be dead. Yeah. But yeah, so now I'm gonna charge it up. I'm gonna use it, and I heal myself. Now the really cool thing as well is that you don't have to use that all the time. It is free. It's nice. It takes time though, and I understand if you don't want to use that. The main benefit of the Winter's Whisper is just mana regen. The other staff that you could use, let's go to it now, is just the soul staff. You can use any soul staff. I have the hand one right now. Let's actually just exit this with E. So you charge it holding down block with right click and then hit left click. Hold it down. Hold it down. It's going to cost mana. Hold it down. Boom, it's active. It's not going to cost mana if you use it on a living creature or a corpse. The thing is, it takes a long time on a living creature, and it's only going to sap 10 HP from them. If you use it on a corpse, it's still free, but there's nothing out to get you while you're taking your time charging it up 3 times. Now, once it's charged, not only is this a great light for exploring caves and stuff, and it'll just stay there forever, but you can right click, left click, and zap for free. And that's just swift 250. And then, again, now that you're in downtime, you can set it up once more, or use it on the corpse, and boom, you have another light. So I definitely recommend the soul staff. I love the hand soul staff because of the light that it gives off is much better than the ordinary soul staff. It's kind of bugged in the fact that the hand soul staff should be much better than the regular soul staff is, and yet it's not. It's the same damage, it's the same charging mechanism, it's the same, which sucks. But the light is better, and that's it. Still though, the amount of DPS and just AoE that you'll be blasting off with this skill set is just so strong anyway that you're not going to care about missing that, and you're just going to want the mana regen for mini meteorites and the other spells, which let's get into right now. So, magic, Pyro. I talked about the mini meteorite already. I kind of also talked about Blazing Trail, but I want to get back to that in a little bit. We also have Solar Blast. So really good way to start off an encounter with like a big group would be mini meteorite and then Solar Blast. Solar Blast is going to take a quick moment before a huge meteor comes down with a disgustingly large AoE, dealing 500 in AoE. It is nasty, nasty, nasty business. I mean, 500 damage in AoE is absolutely absurd. Other builds would kill to have this much damage output. However, the cooldown is a lot, and oh man, it takes a minute to do. So you start off with the mini meteorite, get your impact down, hopefully get some burning DOT, which sometimes immobilizes targets, which is great control. And then the Solar Blast comes down, and then if enemies are coming towards you, you can hit them with the Volcanic Trap, which is, if you target enemies instant, it'll just blow up as it's immediately on them. Considering, like, think about it like this. Normally, the idea is you're setting up a trap, and you set up the trap on the ground. But you can magically conjure this one basically on the bottom of somebody's shoe, and the moment that they do anything, so basically instantly it blows up. It's nasty work. It has a really big cooldown. It also has a relatively small AoE. However, it does like 350, which will instantly kill a lot of early game enemies. It's so nice. Kindle Burst, I have this one just to have it. It is another delayed AoE, so you could totally go Mini Meteorite, Solar Flare, or Solar Blast, and then Kindle Burst, and absolutely have it be 3 AoEs right in a row. Just absolutely nasty work. Eruptive Slag, if you want to do a 4th AoE, that's honestly super overkill. These two are going to absolutely cover all of the nonsense. You don't need any more than that. You have other things to work for, supporting and different utility. You don't need any more strong AoE than you already have. We don't need any extra AoE. Honestly, I can get rid of that. I can get rid of this and just have skill points to spare. I'm good. Now, I have more stuff going on. Let's check it out. So, skill trees, melee, staves, currently bugged right now, very tragic. Thunder Staff is going to be very nice, 350, real quick 350, just so strong. This is the benefit of having staff here, it's just going to be real swift 350. Next up, Arcane Tap. As soon as you have corpses around, not only is it good to recharge, but if you're not recharging, if you don't have like your soul staff ready, you can use Arcane Tap, and you are going to get Divine Favor, sure, but you're going to get good healing, which is going to be incredible as a support. Definitely put this on your second hotbar. It is very good to have. Last thing, Detonate. Very good, Close range AoE. Again, it's more AoE. I wish the symbol didn't look the exact same as Volcanic Trap. So you see my 3 and 4. My number 3 is your Volcanic Trap. Your number 4 is the Detonate. So we have quite a bit of stuff. Ranged AoE, but even stronger. That takes a little bit of time. So let's do this. Showcase the 1 and 2. There it is. Has a disgustingly, deceivingly large AoE. It's absolutely nasty, and it's going to leave this meteorite here. Do note that you can take damage from your own fires, but honestly, we're good. Eat a pie if you have to, and if you have the time, heal up. If you have corpses around, Arcane Tap. Now, check it. Here's Detonate. A little bit visually bugged right now, but not bad at all. I do believe that's going to be like 250 in the radius. I haven't messed around with it in a while because the game's been buggy for quite a while. Now let's use Lightning Bolt there. See how it's kind of in mid-range there? Not quite the best, but we can just do that and get it anyway. So yeah, I have it as a close to, or a far to close setup. So everything is pretty distant in your number 1 to 3, and then really close on your 4 to 5. That's how I do it. Let's use the Volcanic Trap now. 250, not 350. I fudged that, but you see what I mean, as if you target a mob, it'll trigger immediately. Yeah, it's filthy work. Filthy, filthy work. Very strong. I actually failed to target the deer there. Let's aim in the middle, just do some free aiming, boom, they're done. Now this second hotbar is all about supportive spells. At Brittlebean Hold in a church, you can get the Horn of Brittlebean. It is the best spell that you can put on any build. I'm not joking. Having all these dudes that you can just have take aggro and then just drop whatever spell anywhere, and they don't care. And they'll just take all of the aggro and tank and like deal damage and just get in the enemy's way and just body block people. It's phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal, and it's free. It's got a minute cooldown, but it's so worth it. These guys are incredible. They are amazing. Another way that staff is bugged right now is that you don't have this ward of protection. This ward of protection is very, very good. So if there are enemies around you and you need to regen mana, or you need to heal or do anything, you can set up this ward of protection, and you're good. Enemies literally cannot enter. You are chillin'. Now, if you really want to regen mana, you're pretty low on mana, we have actually discovered around here, in the Kenmore Flats, right over here in this Druidic Grove, you'll have a quest for the Soul Staff to get there. It's in order to get the hand, Soul Staff, and everything, you'll have to talk to the Mage Staff Seller in Kenmore, and then he'll give you the quest, and you just keep going along there, and you'll eventually get the hand Soul Staff for free. But while you're in there, you'll get this Tree of Respite ability that I have on my number 3. As long as you stay in this general area, you'll restore mana, so that'll stack with your Azure Amulet, and it'll also stack with the Winds of Whisper. And then you can set up your barrier, and you'll be really safe. And then if you need to, you can Arcane Tap or use your Winds of Whisper charge ability to recover all sorts of HP. So the recovery and support on this build is absolutely amazing. Another good close-up ability that you've seen me use not too long ago was the Flame Winds ability. You get this one in the Molten Crag. Once you get your broomstick, go to the Molten Crag, use your broomstick, fly over to this one looking abandoned fortress. There's going to be a bunch of cultists there. Drop some mini meteorites on them, you don't have to care. And right inside the building there's going to be the Flame Winds book, and you can get that for free. It's got a big cooldown, but it will launch enemies into the air repeatedly as it sucks them in. It's great control, and also the enemies take great damage from falling down. They take great ragdoll damage. It's just so nice. Now, if you want to, and I'm going to eventually, once they fix up the progression and make things kind of easier to level up, or just not bugged in some regards, I'm actually going to put a lot of these supportive abilities on the caps lock hotbar. So there's a caps lock hotbar. You access this by going into skill book, and here it is. And then you can actually go into your magic stuff over here, and you can go put all of these support stuff over here. So you can put this at number 1, and then if you hold down caps lock and hit number 1, then you have access to all this, and that's very nice. But I'm not going to do that right now. I will recommend doing that eventually for all of the supportive abilities, and then once I have a bunch of leveled up flintlock weaponry skills, then I can put focus shot and suppressive fire and slime glob. Maybe even instant reload. I think that's a good idea. I don't know about sleep dart really. Maybe blast bullet. Maybe. I'm not sure, but I'll probably put those in my second hotbar. There are going to be new skills added eventually too, and all of that. And this game is really, really slow to progress, which is totally fair because it's solo dev. I'm going to give them all the time that's needed. But this, I honestly think, is the strongest build in the game right now. The damage output is ridiculous. Let's get this just to show you the 500. It doesn't even show it because the enemy just died. Oh no, there it is. The enemy got flung way away, and 500 damage got dealt. Boom, 200. Bam, 250. Boom, another 200. Like, the damage output is absolutely crazy, especially considering some daggers that you're just flinging DPS real quick for like 19 a hit. You know, marching sword, this is a great one-handed weapon. You're slamming for 35 a hit. That's nothing compared to what you're able to output with this. I mean, this is just disgusting damage. Great AoE, great utility. Yeah, doesn't really work at that range. I miss aiming because, honestly, it can go so far. And I haven't played in a while. But you understand. You understand how ridiculous this is. Let's do a tiny showcase. Let's do a tiny, tiny showcase, okay? Because I want to be a serious showcaser for you guys for this build. This video's already gone on half an hour, just about. Go to Whitebrook Haven. This is where you can get that Winds of Winter right now. Oh, we got a little bit of an ambush. That's fine. Yeah. And then there's still one guy left. And he's dead. Anyway. There's the ambush cleared. Sometimes that'll happen when you camp somewhere. Just gotta go to the overworld once again. And we're just gonna change camp location, and this will get us to the real place. Yep, here we are. I already done all this. I already got all the items. Let's get the broomstick going. And I want to fly over to a specific spot because there is a traditionally tough encounter there, and I want to make a joke out of it. It's just so soothing traveling like this. Here it is. So there's a traditionally tough, very large ogre right in this place here. This is a tragically incomplete zone with a beautiful ambiance. I love Ginbadur so far. God, just listen to this place. Oh my god. Let's get out the Winds of Whisper. Or Winter's Whisper. There's the ogre. He's huge. He can get pretty quick too. I knocked him through the map. Tragically, there's no kill box down there, But as you can see, just 1075, and it would have done over 1100 because of the burn DOT if he just stayed there. I still have flame winds. I still have all my supportive abilities. If he came at me, I could have dropped a horn of brittle bean, summon up my dudes, get my cooldowns back. See, now I can use 1 and 2 again real quick. Once they're there, I can enter the mid range and then use my 4 and 5 for sort of close range shenanigans, and if I ever need to support and get my mana back, I can. Let's actually show you guys how the mana regen works. Just cast a bunch of stuff like this, and then we'll do Tree of Respite. Yeah, look how quickly it comes back with everything stacked up on it. It's just ridiculously nice. I got my dudes here. I got the homies. But yeah, the DPS is absolutely nasty, and most of it comes with AoE, so the effective damage is just disgusting, and #1 in the game right now. Especially paired with this is the only thing that can compete, really, because right there, that's 1000 damage. So that's the only thing that can compete, and you can technically run it on this build as well. Filthy. Really filthy. Genuinely filthy. Alright. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you've learned something. I'm not going to touch the Bloodline again until they fix this thing, so that I can show you guys a proper playthrough with progression, so that I can get all of these staff abilities and all of these pyro abilities and all of these support abilities on the overworld and all of the gear and everything. I want to set up this build from scratch in a natural progression setting with a fresh new character, and I want you guys to be super entertained and to follow along if you like the idea. Alright, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys some other time. Bye.